You're watching WNEM-TV5 News at 10, Mid-Michigan's only hour-long 10 p.m. news.
Remembering Coach Riepma, the community gathered to mourn the loss of one of Mid-Michigan's most beloved.
Muslim-free zone, a gun shop owner is sparking controversy over his prohibition of the Muslim faith.
And glory spills into the Michigan Inn. I'm timing out just how long, all coming up.
And then coming up in our second half hour, local citizens are taking up arms to protect military facilities after they became targets in last week's attacks. Well, thanks for tuning in to WNEM-TV5 News at 10 on My5 and streaming online at WNEM.com. I'm David Custer.
And I'm Meg McLeod. You may recall the story of a lawsuit filed against the Planet Fitness of Midland in regard to a transgender woman using the ladies' locker room.
For employers, this can present some tricky questions, especially when it comes to restroom use. But the government issued new guidelines hoping to clear up the confusion.
TV5's Gino Vici joins us live now in Saginaw County with more. Gino.
Well, at times this debate has involved religious beliefs, but perhaps no more. That's because the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, also known as OSHA, has deemed this issue a matter of public health. Today, OSHA released a guide for all employers to follow as it relates to the use of restrooms and the transgender community. As you may recall, as you mentioned, Planet Fitness allowed the use of restrooms based on gender identity. Now, OSHA is saying the same thing. If one identifies as a transgender man or woman, then their employer must accommodate that employee based on that gender identification. We got plenty of reaction tonight from some Planet Fitness members and others who say these rules are long overdue.
Businesses should start accommodating for people that are transgender.
It's 2015 and it's time to change.
In all fairness, we did speak with some who disagree with these new rules. However, OSHA is warning if businesses don't comply, they may be subjected to lawsuits. We're live in the newsroom. Gino Vici, WNEM-TV5 News at 10 on My5.
All right, Gino, thank you for that report.
A live look over Saginaw tonight, where it's feeling more like California than Michigan this week. The humidity has dissipated and the sun has been shining down. Here's meteorologist Daphne DeLorean with a look at our forecast. Hello, Daphne.
Hey, Meg, award-winning. Seriously, such a beautiful day today. The sunshine was really out there, and temperatures, they were cooler today, all thanks to northwesterly winds. Let's get you out to your viewer photo of the evening. Howard of Saginaw snapped this morning right along the Saginaw Bay here, and that was basically the precursor to incredibly gorgeous skies today. Crystal blue. It allowed temperatures to be a little bit cooler than basically the past couple of days. We've been in the middle and upper 80s. These are your daytime highs today. 81 was your high in Saginaw, and that's right around average where we should be. Upper 70s is where you topped out in Carroll, upper 70s in Port Hope. 81 is where you topped out in Oscoda. So here's those winds out of the northwest. Basically, it was really breezy at times today, up to 30 miles per hour. Winds finally starting to lighten up quite a bit into the overnight hours. Not going to see that wind factor. First 1.5 pinpoint Doppler radar, a smooth sailing, a crystal clear, rain free to go into the overnight hours. Not only that, but really going to last for the next couple of days. Temperatures right now upper 60s, comfortable in Bay City right now, mainly clear skies there. 66 in Saginaw, 68 in Midland, and our warm spot in Flint currently at 70 degrees. So here's what we can think. Your first 1.5 sky tracker showing you high pressure on top of us now. This is going to remain in the picture tomorrow, but a cold front going to bring rain showers in the picture. I'm going to time out just when in your full forecast. You'll have to stay tuned. Temperatures by lunch hour tomorrow, 74, basically a carbon copy of today. So here's your weather headlines. Take 2 or 3 days of sunshine. Temperatures also climbing. I'm going to let you know just how warm, all coming up in your first 1.5 7-day forecast, about 10 minutes.
All right, thank you, Daphne. People all over mid-Michigan were in mourning today as the community said goodbye to a man gone too soon.
Hundreds gathered in Midland to remember Coach Pat Riepma and the legacy he left behind.
TV5's Andrew Keller is in Midland tonight. He spoke with several people about the beloved coach at today's visitation. Drew.
Well, Pat Riepma is a football legend in our parts. He is the winningest coach at Northwood University, but it's the impact that he made off the field that has so many people mourning tonight. Now, Riepma died just a week ago after losing the battle to cancer. Tonight, hundreds, if not thousands, lined outside of Smith Minor Funeral Home in Midland to say their final goodbyes to who they knew as Coach R. Those who I spoke with tonight said that Riepma did more than just teach them the game of football. He taught them the game of life, preaching his saying, and now campus motto, Go Mad, which stands for Go Make a Difference.
Just knowing that he was all in on going mad and on treating every day like a gift from God. Just knowing that he lived his life by those principles and seeing how successful and seeing how happy he was, that made it all the more easy to just dive right in and live like he did.
Last thing he said, every day's a gift. That's the last thing he always said to us.
And it was that very outlook on life that many people told me tonight makes his passing so much harder. Now tomorrow, here on campus at the football field, his funeral will be held. Services start at 11 a.m. Live in Midland, Andrew Keller, WNEM-TV5 News at 10 on My 5.
All right, Andrew, thank you. More local news now. A community also sent its final goodbyes to a 9-year-old boy today, a little more than a week after his body was found in a local lake. A private funeral service was held for Omarion Humphrey in Pontiac. He went missing on July 4th. He was found nearly a week later in Davison Township's Lake Callis.
He was difficult to take care of because he's autistic, of course, but once you learned out how to take care of him and what he wanted, it was fun.
Omarion will be laid to rest at Perry Mount Park Cemetery in Pontiac.
A family is asking for your help solving a murder case gone cold. 29-year-old Tammy McCormick went missing in July of 1995. She was found dead just 9 days later in a vacant garage on North Grand Traverse near Water Street in Flint. Today, her husband and son renewed their plea for answers in her death.
Let us have some peace. Let us have some justice, because this has went on way too long.
A $2,500 reward is being offered for information about Tammy's death. If you know anything, call Crime Stoppers. That number is 1-800-SPEAK-UP.
A collaborative effort involving several police agencies led to the arrest of an alleged serial flasher in Bay County. Police say 25-year-old Jacob Maxwell allegedly exposed himself to at least 3 women in the last 2 weeks. Maxwell is now awaiting charges. Investigators are looking into whether Maxwell has done this before because there have been other reports in the past.
Investigators believe the 65-year-old man who drowned in an Aranac County lake on Sunday likely developed a medical condition in the water. Dennis Paulson's body was pulled from Forest Lake yesterday. Police say several people tried to rescue him.
The former Holiday Inn in Bay City is about to have guests roaming its halls once again. City commissioners approved an 18-month redevelopment plan for the hotel on Saginaw Street. Bay City Hospitality says the site is extremely outdated and needs to be brought into the 21st century. The hotel will become a Comfort Inn under the initiative. A Florida man is getting a lot of attention for his latest business move.
He has declared his Citrus County gun shop a Muslim-free zone.
Some people support that move, while others say it's against the law. Eric Waxler has the story.
All patriots in my community. And so effective immediately, I'm declaring Florida Gun Supply as a Muslim-free zone.
Andy Hallinan knew this video would get some attention.
I will not arm and train those who wish to do harm to my fellow patriots.
Unfortunately, I had to offend everybody to get the message across.
Several customers came in today showing support.
Yeah, we need to stand together in this time.
The owner of Florida Gun Supply in Inverness says last week's attack in Chattanooga was the last straw.
I believe that the vast majority of Muslims are not out to kill us. But unfortunately, the Quran, the way it's written, commands them to.
And it's those that follow the Quran he wants to keep out of his store.
But if they come in here and they say, hey, I don't believe in jihad, and I don't believe that killing innocent people in the name of religion is the right thing to do, they're as American as you or I.
Meanwhile, the Council for American Islamic Relations says what this store is doing violates federal law, and they're calling for the Department of Justice to investigate.
I invite Andy, the gun shop owner, to come and break bread with us and get to know us as his fellow Americans, as his neighbors, you know, and we might be his doctor, his police officer, his firefighter. That's what the American Muslim community is, and I think he should come and get to know us and not let fear and hatred divide us as Americans.
Hallinan, who says he actually studied the Quran, believes his views could make him a target, so he is stepping up his own security. One of his employees already quit after the video was posted.
What's your name, youngin? Andy.
That was Eric Waxler reporting.
The recent hacking of the website AshleyMadison.com has raised new questions about online activity.
While internet security can't be guaranteed, many are now wondering if anything is truly private.
Video out of Egypt is going viral tonight. See why some people are calling this policewoman heroic.
But first, a major drug raid in Detroit early this morning. The reason behind the crackdown and what police uncovered in their search.
We now have more than 144,000 people following us on Facebook. And we want to say good evening and thanks to Drew Wojda for posting on our wall. You can join the conversation too. Just click the like button at the top of our Facebook page.